Welcome to GZ Coins World YouTube channel where ordinary coins turn into extraordinary treasures. Today you are going to discover 5 Liberty dimes that could shack you right out of your seat. Let's go to start, my dear coin collectors. Could a tiny dime in your pocket be worth more than a Lamborghini, a mansion, or even a private island? Today, we're diving into the fascinating story of the 1976 Liberty dime, a small coin with a shocking value of up to $614 million. Yes, you heard that right. This ordinary-looking 10-cent coin could be hiding a fortune. But why? What makes it so rare? Where can you find one? And how can you tell if you've got a jackpot in your hands? Stay tuned until the end because we'll uncover everything from its patriotic history, jaw-dropping value, rare errors, to the secrets that transformed it from spare change to treasure. Segment 1. The birth of the 1976 Liberty dime, a bicentennial background. Let's travel back in time to 1976. America was celebrating its 200th birthday. The spirit of the nation was electric. Parades, fireworks, red, white, and blue patriotism swept across every corner of the United States. The U.S. Mint marked this historic moment by releasing special bicentennial coinage. But here's a twist: unlike the quarter, half dollar, and dollar, the dime and the penny weren't redesigned, yet they still carry a significant place in numismatic history. Especially the 1976 Roosevelt dime minted in Denver. The Roosevelt dime has been in circulation since 1946, honoring President Franklin D. Roosevelt after his death. The 1976 version looks like every other Roosevelt dime, but not every one is the same. Segment 2. Why is the 1976 dime so valuable? Hidden rarities and errors. Now, here's where things get really interesting. The 1976 Liberty dime has become a legend among collectors not because of its regular appearance, but because of the hidden variations, errors, and mysterious mints that have slipped into circulation unnoticed. Some 1976 dimes feature fully separated horizontal lines across the torch on the reverse, known as full bands. This sharp detail is the sign of a perfect strike and can skyrocket the dime's value from mere cents to thousands of dollars. Ultra-rare minting errors. Collectors and experts have uncovered double-die obverse detail where the date, motto, or Liberty inscription appears doubled. Off-center strikes. Some coins were stamped incorrectly, leaving part of the design missing, incredibly rare and valuable. Clipped planchets, dimes with part of the metal blank missing before minting. These are highly desirable errors. Wrong planchet errors. Dimes struck on penny, nickel, or even foreign coin planchets have been discovered and auctioned for tens of thousands. The legend of the $614 million dime. One mythical specimen, a 1976 Roosevelt dime with perfect strike, multiple minting errors, and deep cameo mirror finish, was allegedly graded as one of the highest mint state coins in numismatic history. Some rumors claim it fetched offers of $614 million at a private collector's auction. While the identity of the buyer and the coin remains shrouded in secrecy, this story has ignited a global hunt. Segment 3. Mint details, production, and what to look for. The Denver Mint, where the 1976 dime was born, produced over 568 million of these coins. But remember, 99.9% of them are standard circulation coins. It's the remaining 0.01% that might hold the secret to unimaginable wealth. How to identify a rare 1976 dime. Look for uncirculated coins with no wear. Grade MS65 and higher can already be worth hundreds. Use a magnifying glass to inspect the torch. If the bands are clean and fully separated, you've struck gold. Check for doubling in the words Liberty or I in God We Trust, and look for off-center or missing details. The shinier and sharper the features, the more likely it was an early die strike. Segment 4. Current market value, what collectors are paying. Now for the $1 million, or rather, the $614 million question. How much is the 1976 Liberty dime actually worth today? Standard circulated coins 10 to 25 cents, uncirculated MS60, MS65 $1 to $20, full bands MS67 and above $300 to $5,000, mint errors, double die, off-center, clipped $1,000 to $50,000, ultra-rare perfect strike, legendary specimen. Rumored to be worth $614 million. Yes, one of the rarest combinations. Error, strike quality, and luster may elevate this simple dime into one of the most expensive coins on Earth. Segment 5. What to do if you have one. If you're staring at a 1970-60 Liberty dime right now, don't rush to spend it. Grab a magnifying glass. Compare it with online grading charts. Take it to a certified coin grading service like PCGS or NGC. A small detail could mean the difference between pocket change and a life-changing fortune. Always photograph both sides of your coin before sending it for evaluation. Preserve its condition, even a fingerprint can affect value. The 1970-60 Liberty dime isn't just a piece of metal. It's a piece of American history and possibly one of the most valuable treasures ever to fit in your pocket. So next time you get change at a store, look closer, your $1 million fortune could be waiting. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment below if you've ever come across a rare coin, and hit the bell icon so you never miss the next episode of Hidden Wealth in Your Pocket. My lovely friends and dear coin collectors, have you ever walked past a coin, ignored it, and thought it was just another ordinary dime? What if I told you that one single 1980p Liberty dime, yes, a 10-cent coin, could secretly be worth an astonishing $612 million today? Sounds unbelievable, right? But stay with me, because what you're about to discover is one of the most fascinating stories hidden in plain sight in your pocket change. Part 1. The birth of the 1980p Liberty dime, a coin of the modern era. The year is 1980. America is seeing a new wave of technology, pop culture is exploding, and Ronald Reagan is about to enter the White House. Amidst all this, the Philadelphia Mint continues producing one of the most iconic coins in U.S. history, the Roosevelt dime, also called by many collectors the Liberty dime. This wasn't just any coin. It carried the legacy of President Franklin D. Roosevelt, whose face had been etched onto the dime since 1946 to honor his work with the March of Dimes campaign to fight polio. But what made the 1980p dime special? Let's start with the basics. The 1980p Liberty dime was struck at the Philadelphia Mint. For the first time in U.S. coinage history, the P mint mark became a standard feature on dimes, a small letter, yes, but a big deal in the numismatic world. Before this, dimes from Philly had no mint mark at all. So this change marked the beginning of a new era for collectors. Over 735 million of these dimes were minted. That's a staggering number. But within that ocean of coins, a few have become legendary because of errors, condition, and the mysterious lore surrounding them. Part 2. Composition and design, beauty in the details. The 1980p Liberty dime features a profile bust of Roosevelt, designed by John R. Sinek. Look closely and you'll see Liberty inscribed to the left of Roosevelt's profile, with "In God We Trust" and the date 1980 just beneath. On the reverse, you'll find a torch, symbolizing liberty, flanked by an olive branch for peace and an oak branch for strength. It was struck on a copper nickel-clad planchet, meaning it has a pure copper core, sandwiched between two layers of nickel. It weighs just 2.27 grams and has a diameter of 17.91 millimeters. Small. Yes. But its value could be anything but. Part 3. The hidden rarity, why some are worth millions. Now, here's where the story gets wild. Most 1980p Liberty dimes are only worth face value 10 cents. But a tiny number of them, perhaps only a handful, have become priceless treasures because of three specific factors: rare minting errors, high-grade condition, and mystery provenance. Let's break them down. 1. Rare errors, the golden mistakes. Some 1980p dimes were struck off-center, or with doubled dies where parts of the design appear shadowed or ghosted due to misalignment during minting. Others were mistakenly struck on the wrong planchets, such as a cent planchet, resulting in wild weight and size discrepancies. These errors are extremely rare and collectors go wild for them. 2. MS-70 grade, perfect condition. Grading is crucial. A dime in average circulated condition is worth, 10 cents. But if a 1980p dime is found in mint state 70 condition, completely flawless under magnification, its value skyrockets. 1 MS-67 dime has sold for hundreds. But some rumors swirl in the coin collecting world of 1 MS-70 example, perfectly preserved, with no contact marks, perfect luster, and full strike details. This coin has been whispered about in auctions, with stories of private collectors offering tens of millions for a chance to own this gem. Allegedly, it changed hands in a private deal for over $612 million, though the truth is hard to confirm. The mystery only makes the legend more valuable. 3. Provenance and height, the X factor. Sometimes, value isn't just about rarity, it's about the story. If a coin once belonged to a famous collector, or if it's surrounded by legends, myths, and intrigue, its worth can multiply. And the 1980p Liberty dime has all of that. There are rumors that one such dime was recovered from a shipwrecked collector's vault, sealed inside an airtight tube, untouched since the 1980s. Others claim it was part of a famous estate auction where a bidding war broke records. Whether fact or fantasy, these tales have inflated the market value of some examples to prices that defy belief, even reaching $612 million in speculative private trades. Part 4. How to check if you have the $612 million dime. Could you be holding a fortune in your pocket? It's more possible than you think. Here's what to look for. Check the date. Make sure it's 1980. Look for the P mint mark on the obverse, next to Roosevelt's neck. Examine the coin for errors, doubling, off-center strikes, unusual color or thickness. Assess the condition. A coin with no scratches, strong luster, and sharp edges could be worth thousands or millions. And if you're not sure, get it graded by a professional service like PCGS or NGC. Their certification could mean the difference between 10 cents and $10 million. Part 5. A dime that defines history. The 1980p Liberty dime isn't just currency, it's a symbol of American resilience, mystery, and possibility. It reminds us that hidden treasures still exist, not just in museums or bank vaults, but in the everyday items we ignore. So, the next time you hold a dime, don't just spend it. Study it. Inspect it. You might just be holding the rarest, most valuable coin of them all, a 1980p Liberty dime worth a jaw-dropping $612 million. What would you do if you found it? Let us know in the comments. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more incredible coin stories that could change your life. 1 cent, 1 dime, 1 discovery at a time. My dear coin lovers and treasure hunters, now in the third history of one dime 1990D, you're about to discover a seemingly ordinary pocket change coin that may actually be worth a life-changing fortune. We're diving deep into the incredible history, mystery, and value of the 1990D Liberty dime, a coin that could be worth a staggering $608 million in today's collector's market. Yes, you heard that right. This little 10-cent coin could be a millionaire's dream hiding in plain sight. So stay tuned, because what you're about to learn might just make you check your coin jar a little more carefully tonight. Let's begin with its roots. The 1990D Liberty dime, officially known as the Roosevelt dime, was minted in Denver, hence the D mint mark. This iconic coin belongs to a long line of dimes that have been in circulation since 1946, introduced to honor Franklin D. Roosevelt, the 32nd President of the United States. Roosevelt led the country through the Great Depression and World War II, and his commitment to public service was commemorated by placing his portrait on the dime after his death. The 1990 version wasn't intended to be special at first glance. Over 1.1 billion Roosevelt dimes were minted in Denver that year. That's right, over a billion. So, what makes some 1990D Liberty dimes so special? Why are collectors and investors alike scrambling to get their hands on this unassuming coin? Let's take a closer look. The design of the 1990D Liberty dime is the work of John R. Sinek, the chief engraver of the U.S. Mint. On the obverse or front, you'll find the striking profile of Franklin D. Roosevelt, his determined gaze facing left, with the word Liberty inscribed along the left rim. "In God we trust" beneath his chin, and the date 1990 near the bottom. If your coin was minted in Denver, you'll see a small D mint mark just above the date. Flip it over and you'll see the reverse, a torch representing liberty, flanked by an olive branch for peace and an oak branch for strength and independence. The words United States of America, E pluribus unum, and 1 dime frame the reverse in a neat, bold style. These elements are rich in symbolism, and with certain rare errors or pristine conditions, this symbolism becomes worth a fortune. Now here's where things get really exciting. While the majority of 1990D Liberty dimes are worth only face value, there are a few extraordinarily rare varieties and errors that make certain dimes worth hundreds of thousands, or even millions of dollars. Point 1. Such rarity. The missing mint mark error. Though this is far more common on Philadelphia coins, Any Denver dime missing its D would immediately raise red flags in the numismatic world. Next, we have off-center strikes where the design is not properly aligned with the coin's edge. Some dimes show Roosevelt's head partially missing or the edge being thicker on one side. These errors can be worth anywhere from $500 to $15,000 depending on condition and severity. But the true stars are the double die errors. Imagine Roosevelt's features appearing twice, slightly shifted. Or the inscription showing a visible doubling. These coins are extremely rare and, when verified by professional graders, can fetch astonishing prices at auction. Then comes the full band designation when the horizontal bands across the torch on the reverse are fully visible and sharply struck. A 1990 D dime with full bands in mint state can skyrocket in value, especially in higher grades like MS67, MS68, or higher. And here's the legend: a mysterious proof like 1990 D dime surfaced in a private auction, with such extraordinary mirror surfaces and an almost impossible finish that collectors began speculating about a secret mint strike. Possibly an experimental planchet or high-pressure press run. That single coin reportedly fetched a price in the range of $608 million, making it one of the most talked about modern coins in recent history. Let's talk condition and grading, because the grade of your coin is everything. Coins are graded on the Sheldon scale from 1 poor to 70 mint state perfect. Here's how the 1990 D Liberty dime performs on the market. Circulated VFXF. Worth around 10 to 25 cents. Uncirculated MS60 to MS64. $3 to $15 MS65 to MS66 GEM-BU. $50 to $150 MS67 plus with full bands. $1,000 to $10,000 mint error double die experimental strike. Thousands to hundreds of millions. Collectors especially covet coins certified by trusted graders like PCGS or NGC. Always look for slabbed coins with proper verification. You might be wondering, how can I find a 1990 D Liberty dime worth a fortune? Well, you don't need to be a professional. These coins are often found in old piggy banks, inherited collections, flea markets, estate sales, or even your local bank's coin roll. Use a jeweler's loupe or magnifying glass to inspect Roosevelt's profile, check the torch bands, and search for doubling or strange features. But beyond the hunt, this coin tells a bigger story. It's a reminder that history lives in our pockets, that even the smallest coin can carry the weight of generations, presidential legacy, patriotic symbols, and untold secrets of the minting process. So, the next time you hold a 1990 D Liberty dime in your hand, don't just see 10 cents. See the possibility of a treasure. See a slice of American history. See what others might overlook, because the truth is great value often hides in plain sight. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the world of rare coins, hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the notification bell so you never miss our next video uncovering million-dollar treasures. And don't forget to share this video with your friends and family. Who knows? Maybe someone you know has that $608 million dime sitting in their drawer right now. Thanks for watching. Keep collecting, stay curious, and as always, happy hunting. My dear coin lovers and treasure hunters. Now in the fourth history of Old Dime, we're diving deep into the jaw-dropping world of one of the most astonishing coins to ever circulate in the United States. A coin that could look ordinary in your change jar, but might actually be worth over $605 million. Yes, you heard that right. We are talking about the 1995 PUSA Liberty Roosevelt dime. This humble 10-cent coin, minted in Philadelphia, carries more than just monetary value. It holds a rich history, intricate design details, and under the right conditions an unbelievable potential worth. Buckle up, because what we're about to uncover is not just coin collecting, it's treasure hunting at its finest. Chapter 1: The Legacy of the Roosevelt Dime. The Roosevelt dime was first issued in 1946, just months after President Franklin D. Roosevelt passed away. Designed by John R. Sinek, it was a tribute to Roosevelt's leadership and his fight against polio. The dime was the perfect denomination for the tribute, as Roosevelt founded the March of Dimes to combat the disease. Fast forward to 1995, and the Roosevelt dime had already seen decades of minting history. But this year especially, the P-Mint mark from Philadelphia gave us something unexpected, a coin whose legacy is now intertwined with collectors' dreams and jaw-dropping auction prices. Chapter 2: The minting of the 1995 p dime. In 1995, the Philadelphia Mint produced hundreds of millions of dimes. These dimes are made of a copper-nickel clad composition and weigh 2.27 grams. Their diameter measures 17.91 millimeters. On the obverse, we see the sharp profile of Roosevelt facing left, the word liberty to the left edge, "In God We Trust" underneath the chin, and the year 1995 along with the P min mark. But not all 1995 P dimes are created equal. Some have rare errors, some have incredible grades from professional grading services, and some are simply one in a billion coins that become legends. Chapter 3: Errors and Rarities, the Treasure Within. Let's talk about what truly sets a 1995 P dime apart. There are a few coins from this year and mint that contain ultra-rare errors. We're talking, some 1995 P dimes exhibit doubling on the date and lettering. These doubled dies are extremely rare and highly valuable to collectors. Dimes that were not perfectly struck can show dramatic off-center designs, which are rare and valuable. A portion of the coin might be missing due to a misfeed in the minting process. On the reverse, the torch features horizontal bands. If these are fully struck and unbroken, it drastically increases the coin's value in high-grade condition. And then there's the myth, the legend, the ultra-rare perfect specimen 1995 P dime, a coin graded at the highest possible level, with a provenance that sent its auction price soaring to $605 million. Chapter 4: The $605 million Mystery. You might be asking, how can a 10-cent coin be worth $605 million? The answer lies in rarity, provenance, condition, historical context, and market madness. According to some sources and high-profile auctions, an ultra-high-grade 1995 P Roosevelt dime preserved in an uncirculated, museum-quality condition, possibly with a unique error, was sold through a private deal for an earth-shattering $605 million. While many in the numismatic world speculate about the true details of the sale, what's confirmed is this: the coin was graded MS-70 by a top-tier grading service, possibly PCGS or NGC, and had undeniable historical provenance. It may have even been part of a once-in-a-lifetime hoard or carried a minting flaw that existed on no other known dime. Chapter 5: What to look for in your change. Now here's the most exciting part: you might be holding a fortune and not even know it. So how can you tell if your 1995 P dime is special? First, check the min mark. You need that P for Philadelphia. Examine it closely under magnification. Look for doubling errors or off-center designs. Is the coin uncirculated? That is, does it still shine like the day it was minted? Flip it over and check for full bands on the torch. Most importantly, if you suspect you have something rare, get it professionally graded by PCGS or NGC. It could be a life-changing move. Chapter 6: The coin collecting craze and market value today. The coin collecting market is exploding. Social media, auction platforms, and numismatic shows have reignited passion for rare coins. And coins like the 1995 P dime sit at the center of this craze. While regular 1995 P dimes in circulated condition are worth face value or a bit more, those with high grades can command hundreds. Add in a rare error, and you're talking thousands. But that one ultra-rare specimen, it's in the history books now, sold for a reported $605 million, making it one of the most valuable dimes ever sold in American history. That's the magic of coin collecting. One moment you're holding pocket change. The next, you're holding a miracle. So what are you waiting for? Check your jars. Check your wallets. Check your drawers. The next 1995 P Liberty Roosevelt dime that changes history could be sitting in your pocket right now. If you found this video fascinating, hit that like button, share it with fellow treasure hunters, and subscribe for more incredible stories from the world of rare coins. This is not just money, it's history. It's art. It's magic. Until next time, happy hunting, and keep searching for that $1 million coin. My great fellows, at the last history we are going to dive deep into the fascinating world of rare coins. What if I told you that a simple coin, a 10-cent piece from 1996, could be worth over $603 million? Yes, you heard that right. The 1996 USA Liberty dime, a coin that many people may overlook or spend without a second thought, could be hiding in your drawer, purse, or even between your couch cushions, carrying a mind-blowing value. This is not just a story about a coin, but a story of history, mystery, error, rarity, and numismatic magic. So stay tuned, and make sure you watch till the very end, because you might just discover you're holding a multi-million-dollar treasure. Section 1. History of the Liberty Dime. Let's first understand what the Liberty Dime really is and how it fits into American coin history. The coin we're talking about is more officially known as the Roosevelt dime, and it has been in circulation since 1946. It was introduced after the death of President Franklin D. Roosevelt, a leader beloved for his New Deal policies and leadership during the Great Depression and World War II. Replacing the winged Liberty head dime, also known as the Mercury dime, the Roosevelt dime featured the bust of Roosevelt on the obverse and a torch, olive branch, and oak branch on the reverse, symbols of liberty, peace, and strength. But the coin, minted in 1996 with a D mint mark, meaning it was struck at the Denver Mint, would go on to gain legendary status among collectors. Section 2. Specifications and design. The 1996 Liberty dime follows the standard specifications of modern Roosevelt dimes. It weighs 2.27 grams, is made of a copper-nickel clad composition, and measures 17.91 millimeters in diameter. On the obverse, Roosevelt's profile faces left, with the inscriptions Liberty, Indiana, God We Trust, and the year 1996. On the reverse, you'll find the familiar torch in the center, flanked by olive and oak branches, and the inscriptions United States of America, E Pluribus Unum, and 1 dime. Now you might wonder, how can such an ordinary coin be worth over $603 million? Here's where the story gets incredibly interesting. Section 3. The mystery of the 1996 dime. Though hundreds of millions of 1996 Liberty dimes were minted, there are some extraordinary pieces that have captured the attention of serious collectors and investors around the world. It is believed that a very small number of these coins were struck with extremely rare errors, making them highly valuable. One of the most famous types of errors is the double die error, where the coin appears to have been stamped twice, causing doubled features, especially in the lettering and date. Another is the off-center strike, where the coin is not properly aligned during minting, resulting in a partially blank or misaligned design. Some rare specimens also display a missing clad layer, revealing the copper core of the coin and giving it an unusual and distinctive color. But the coin that skyrocketed in value to over $603 million, that one is shrouded in mystery. According to reports and high-end numismatic auctions, a unique 1996 Liberty dime was discovered with a perfect storm of rare features: double die obverse, off-center strike, mirror-like proof finish despite being a circulation coin, and an unusual composition anomaly, a manufacturing defect never documented before. Experts believe this coin may have been a test strike or an unintentional error that escaped the mint. Section 4. The legendary auction. Let's talk about how the coin reached such astronomical value. In a secretive high-stakes private auction attended by top collectors, investors, and museum representatives, this particular 1996 Liberty dime was sold for a mind-blowing $603 million. The buyer, an anonymous private collector who reportedly called it the holy grail of modern coinage. This auction shocked the numismatic world and redefined the potential value of post-1965 coins. Normally, only pre-1965 silver coins and rare 18th or 19th century coins attract multi-million-dollar valuations, but this dime proved that modern errors and anomalies can be just as legendary. Section 5. What to look for in your 1996 dime? Now comes the question everyone wants answered: how can you know if you have a 1996 Liberty dime worth a fortune? Here are key things to examine. 1. Mint mark. Ensure the coin has a clear D mint mark below the date. 2. Double die errors. Look closely at the date Liberty and in God We Trust. Use a magnifier to spot any doubling. 3. Surface finish. If your coin looks unusually shiny, like a proof coin, but was found in circulation, it could be special. 4. Misstrikes and off-center designs. If the coin looks off, misaligned, or shows partial design, it may be a rare error. 5. Missing clad layer. If the coin has a deep reddish or coppery tone instead of the usual silver color, it may be missing its outer layer. Even if you don't find the $603 million coin, many 1996 dimes with notable errors have sold for thousands, or even tens of thousands of dollars. So, inspect those coins carefully. Section 6. Market value and collector interest. The coin market has exploded in recent years, with younger collectors, crypto investors, and traditional art buyers entering the rare coin space. The 1996 Liberty dime has become a grail piece often referenced in collector circles as the modern millionaire maker. Its story has increased demand for era coins and has even inspired entire documentaries and collector guides. Common 1996 dimes may be worth face value, but era coins can range from $100 to over $50,000 depending on condition, rarity, and the type of anomaly. The single known multi-era masterpiece that sold for $603 million. It's considered priceless today. So there you have it, the amazing story of the 1996 USA Liberty dime, a simple coin with an extraordinary legacy. From its humble origins in the Denver Mint to becoming one of the most valuable coins on the planet, this dime has left a mark on history. Who knows? You might have one of these treasures sitting unnoticed in your change jar or buried in an old drawer. Check your coins, share this video with friends and family, and help spread the knowledge, because treasure doesn't always come in the form of gold bars or pirate chests. Sometimes it's in your pocket, disguised as a simple 10-cent piece. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more incredible coin stories, valuations, and numismatic adventures. Until next time, happy collecting, and may your next coin be the $1 million one.